Hi everyone. Hello, welcome. This is Mateo King at Metropolitan Touring. Welcome. Thank you for joining us for this webinar, Peru, Choose Wisely, crafted by locals. We will guide you through many of the unique and authentic experiences we offer in this ancient, wonderful country. We'll wait just a few minutes until more people get connected. In the meantime, let me introduce you to our experts. We have Sara Diaz. She is our commercial manager for Peru. She works closely with all our partners worldwide to bring incredible journeys to your clients. And we have Klaus Fielsh, our product manager. He brings decades of experience creating immersive and meaningful journeys across South America. Um, just a quick few notes. You'll notice that your microphones are turned off to ensure a smooth experience for everyone. If you have any questions, you can please write them on the dedicated box at the right of your window. We'll try to answer them all during the webinar, and if we don't get to your question in time, we'll still get back to you in mail. We'll be recording this session, and we will send it to you in an email afterwards. I'm also excited to share that one of you will win a complimentary night for two at our luxury Forest Hotel Mashpee Lodge. So let's wait 1 minute and then we can start. Another great incentive that we offer to all of you is that we'll be offering an extra 3% commission on top of your sales for all the Peru packages. So yeah, in honor to punctuality, let's start. You are in great hands. Klaus, Sara, the screen is yours.
Thank you, Mateo, and hi to everyone. I'm glad to see some familiar names here, and it will be a great pleasure. I'll be doing the first part, and it's briefly about our company. Let me share my screen, Mateo, and for the sake of fluidity, I'm gonna take off my screen, my camera, sorry. So it's gonna be a little bit smoother. We'll bring back the cameras. At the end of the presentation with the last slide. So um, just give me a heads up, Mateo, if you know that the presentation is on the screen.
Perfect, it's showing.
Yeah, all right. So this is us. I know some of you know us. You've worked with us also in Ecuador and in Colombia. I see some familiar faces. We started a long time ago in 1953 as an inbound company, one of the first inbound companies in the region. And then in the 60s, we placed the first ship in the Galapagos Islands once it was established that Galapagos and tourism were compatible. So the first ship ever was us. We've been a DMC in Ecuador for all the years, and then in the turn of the millennium, we decided to go also with Peru. We bought an existing company in Peru, and we just formatted it the way we had our operation in Ecuador, and the same thing we did in Colombia. Part of the reason was that the great success we've had with Ecuador and the Galapagos Islands, we wanted to have the same type of delivery in the amazing destination. Peru has always been an amazing destination, and Colombia was sort of definitely. It has many arguments as a destination. We're also members of these affiliations, so some of you have seen some names that are depicted here. We also go to the shows, and what you should know is that if you ever have a client that has a lot of questions, please let us know and bring us in. We can make a combined phone call. We'll have in the back of our cameras your logo, and we are your local counterparts in order to answer the questions that are difficult for you to answer about the destination, about the options, and so on. We are in Peru, in Ecuador, in Colombia, and in the Galapagos. We are locals. If you want to know the weather, Ask me, I'll open the window and I'll tell you what the weather's like because we're here. We also paying taxes here. We have the knowledge of the countries and the destinations. We also use these destinations when there's a new hotel, a new product, and we don't our menu unless we use it ourselves and we try it ourselves and we see that it is what they say it is. And we also help them when there's some things that can be improved, that ought to be improved, that should be improved or changed. And with this, we keep these products, amazing products, in our menu. We also, as you know, and some of you know her, she's, by the way, on maternity leave a few weeks ago. She gave birth to her baby, but she's part of our team that is 24/7. We will answer. It's a real person at the end of the line. It's not just a bot or an answering machine, and we are there to support you. This is not only when you have questions of clients that want to inquire about the destinations, but also while your clients are on tour. When something is absolutely remarkable, or if something is wrong, if something bad happens, anything, luggage was lost, camera fell down the staircase, anything like that, you will also know. We keep you in touch. And if something is extraordinarily good, because if we would contact you every time something good happens, you would have to hear us all the time. And you should also know our staff. We are in, this is one of our ships in the Galapagos Islands, and we are very much focused on who is in our team, not just on our hotels and our ships, Ecuador and the Galapagos Islands, but also in the offices. And so it is very important. We'll give you an example. During the pandemic, when the whole world was shutting down, we knew that we were going to have a chaos in the Galapagos Islands, as it is difficult to reach destination because the flights only originate from mainland Ecuador. So we were, the first thing we did is we chartered a flight to get all of our guests out of Galapagos and some of our staff that we knew we would need during the lockout. And then we have also a chartered flight to get them out of Ecuador into Miami, which, as you recall, was wide open at that time in the early stages of the pandemic. So we didn't stop until we knew that all of our guests were safe back home. Evidently, this is something that not every DMC would do, but this is what we do. We're also very focused on what we do locally. We're not just a local company that pays taxes locally. The products that we have, you will see that the prices that we provide are fair prices. You will see that it's not going to get more expensive if you do it through us. It's going to get a lot easier if you do it through us, and we have very competitive prices. And then, of course, getting you to come to see these countries. And in this video, I hope that in this presentation, this webinar, you will be infatuated with one of the most stunning, magical countries on earth, Peru. So whenever you have time, we don't make a group fan, but if you have time, let us know and we can organize so you get to know the destinations and you get to know the products and you get to have a better understanding of the places. Let me show you briefly the platform that we have, the portal that we have for travel advisors. So please hang in with me just briefly for this video.
Discover the smartest way to explore and sell the Galapagos Islands, Ecuador, Peru, and Colombia. Welcome to Metropolitan Touring's Travel Agent Portal. Get essential destination insights, from climate to must-know facts. Discover our award-winning hotels and one-of-a-kind experiences. Connect anytime with our destination experts. Chat, call, or book a one-on-one. Boost your business with webinars, top itineraries, and multimedia tools. Check Galapagos cruise availability live right from your portal. All you need to sell smarter in one place. Metropolitan Touring's Travel Agent Portal.
All right, so that's that portal. A lot of people have told us it is an extremely useful tool. And the things that you can find there, we also make it easier for you so you can brand it with your name, with your logo, and share it with your clients. So you'll find, if you haven't looked at it, make sure you have a look at it, and you'll find it that it is an extraordinarily useful thing. And it's also your link to connect directly with a human being, with somebody who can assist you locally. So just briefly about us, as I mentioned briefly, we are also in Ecuador. This is we have a hotel in the city of Quito. We have a hotel in the rainforest dash high cloud forest in the vicinity of Quito, only a 3-hour drive. We have a hotel in the Galapagos Islands called the Finch Bay, and it's one of the very few, not just a stunning hotel, but also one of the few options that has a day tour boat that can take you onto the Galapagos Islands. And there we have vessels. They have La Pinta and Isabela Dos, small vessels, expedition yacht vessels. They take 40 or 48 passengers, very comfortable. And these are the best ways that your clients get to see the Galapagos Islands. And the Galapagos Islands is a perfect match with Peru and its highlight. So I leave it to Sara, and I'll see you again at the end of the presentation.
Hi, do you hear me right?
I can hear you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Klaus. To begin this part of the webinar, I will tell you that I'm very happy to be here today to talk about something we truly care about it, which is Peru. For us, Peru is not just a destination, it's our home, our inspiration, and the reason we love what we do. At Metropolitan Touring, we know Peru deeply because we live it every day, and we are here as your local experts who will help you discover Peru through our eyes. So let's start with this map. When you look at this, what can you imagine? Well, I won't talk deep inside about the numbers, about density. I would focus on just our three regions, natural regions in Peru, which are first, we go with the coast, which stretch along the Pacific Ocean. And the highlight here is Lima, which is the international gateway to the country. It's the perfect starting point for any Peruvian journey. Then we move into the highlights, right at the heart of the country. This is where you'll find Cusco and, of course, the iconic Machu Picchu. And finally, we have the Amazon rainforest, known as the Peruvian Amazon, and it's one of the most biodiverse places on Earth. Next, please. Now, let's stop and think for a second. What do you really know about Peru? There are many numbers here. You see that we have 30 million, over 30 million people. We have 13 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. But I would highlight this. Peru is a top destination for bird watching in the world. Bird lovers from across the globe come here. Maybe you won't remember the above this old fact, as there are a whole world within Peru. And again, I will tell you that not only me here, all our team is here to help you discover Peru. Then next, please. What about if we start talking about Lima? I will give you a welcome warm to this home of many of our team and my home too. I was born here, and after all these years, let me tell you, and I still live here, I still haven't finished discovering it. Let me ask you this. What do you think when you picture Lima? Next, please. Well, you see beaches, colonial buildings, food, surfing lessons. Lima is all and more. I would say that I would recommend you the following. Don't skip Lima. Stay at least 2 nights and let this city surprise you. We can explore, maybe we can have a tour through the historic center, then a great lunch, and after that you keep exploring, and then we will help you with dinner. I'm talking about foods, yes, because as you may know, Lima is the globe capital of food. So we have here many restaurants that we can talk about that later on. Next, please. This this picture, what do you think? Have you ever been to Ica and Paracas? If not, let me tell you, these places are something else that can give you more than an experience. It's perfect for honeymooners. You can next, please. You can be amazed by the Nazca lines, which are still unsolved. You can take a boat to the Ballestas Islands, taste pisco, and let me tell you this. I have to highlight this because the pisco is Peruvian. So if you are going to try it, you should do it where it was born. Also, you should consider going on an off-road ride across the dunes. It's fast, fun, and full of adrenaline. Then everything slows down, and you will stop right in the middle of the desert, and there is a beautiful picnic set up just for you. Next, please. What do you see here? Cusco and the Sacred Valley. For us, we always start, and what we always suggest is going, when you arrive in Cusco, go straight to the Sacred Valley. And why is this? Because it helps with altitude acclimatization. Plus, you can see the beautiful sceneries, and there is full of amazing places to explore. Next, please. You can see Maras, Moray, the Soul Mines. Maras, the Soul Mines, sorry, the Ayonta y Tambo. Let's stop for a second to look at the two photos at the bottom. The one that says local communities is, you can see, actually two of our sales directors fully immersed in the experience. And the other one, that's me at Umantay Lagoon after leaving my soul there. Well, I can tell you that I'm not really a trekker, but that was on my bucket list, and I can tell you it was absolutely worthy. Remember that we have already told you that we are user. So next, continuing with Cusco, I can say there is so much to do in Cusco, such as the Golden Dinner, which is placed at the Museum of Pre-Columbian Art, known as Map Museum, which is open exclusively for your clients. Then you can see the Andean ceremonies. I think that this ceremony is perfect for couples starting a new journey together. And what about weaving demonstration? This is where tradition and culture are alive. And of course, Cusco itself has endless surprises. Here I can say that stay a few nights, explore its markets, its food, its energy. You'll never get bored in Cusco. Next, please. Machu Picchu. We cannot forget about Machu Picchu. It's one of the most iconic sites in the world. Whether you arrive, next please, you can arrive by train, hike the Inca Trail, or simply take in the view from the Citadel. It's an experience that stays with you forever. And here is one thing you can't forget. And this is an advice that I always said to everyone. Make sure you book your Machu Picchu entrances tickets in advance. And how far in advance? Well, I would say the earlier the better. Ideally, more than 2 months ahead if you can. Because this wonder of the world is always in high demand. And let me add the one more thing. Between the Sacred Valley, Cusco, and Machu Picchu, we suggest a minimum of a stay of 5 nights because it gives travelers the time they need to enjoy, explore, and truly connect. Next, please. Next. Do you know that Peru is home to the highest navigable lake in the world? Well, this is Puno. Puno, Puno have this famous floating island. You can meet local communities and experience a completely different side of Peru. Lastly, I can say one thing here. You see the Andean Explorer train there. If you ask me if I recommend it to take it from Cusco to Puno or the other way around, my answer will be 100% yes. The Andean Explorer is a perfect way to connect two iconic destinations in style. Next, please. And what else can I recommend? Definitely, I said don't skip Arequipa and the Colca Canyon. Next. Do you know that Arequipa is known as the White City? And why is that? Once you arrive, you will see why. Because it's built from white volcanic stone named Sillar and surrounded by volcanoes. From there, you can head to the Colca Canyon, one of the deepest in the world and home to the iconic flight of the Andean condor. Next, please. Then, here comes the big question we always get. If I want to visit the Amazon rainforest in Peru, where do I go? Next. Tambopata or Iquitos? I would say Tambopata is in the south. It's much easier to combine with a visit to Cusco. It's perfect for travelers who want to stay in cozy eco lodges, be, be surrounded by pure jungle, and spot incredible wildlife. And Iquitos is up north and it's a different experience. That's where you find those epic Amazon river cruises, pink dolphins, and a perfect blend of comfort, luxury, and nature. So it really depends on what your clients are after. If they are looking for a lush space, wildlife-rich experience, go for Tambopata. If they want something river-based, peaceful, and attached, more luxurious, Iquitos is the one. And I'll say this, there is no better place to see the Amazon than Peru. And here Klaus can back me up on this, as he spent many years as a naturalist guide out there. And he still talks about it with stars in his eyes. Next, please. Well, now if you thought we were done, I will tell you that we will go quickly to the northern Peru. This part of our country is like opening a different chapter of Peru history. Next, you can walk through Shanchang, which is the largest adobe city in the Americas. And then you can go to Lorotzipan. You don't have to miss the Lady of Cao, one of the most powerful women of ancient Peru. And I can't finish talking about this part of the country without telling you. You have to try the food. Even Peruvians travel north just to eat. Yes. They Peruvians always combine everything with food. It's I told you this, it's on our DNA. So definitely don't skip this part of the country. And finally, just these are my final words. What it means choosing wisely for us. Choosing Peru, authentic local experiences, and a team who who not only knows the journey but has walked it themselves, because we are local experts and we are users too. And I think that Klaus, oh, oh, I was about to left this part away. Sorry. What do we see here? We use this as a, well, it's our Peru trip planner. And what it comes to your mind when you see this? This chart is a super handy way to figure out how many nights to spend on each destination. I think that this might seem super simple to some or a little much to others, but that's exactly what we are here for. So leave it into our hands and we will structure everything for you. You don't have to worry. You can count on us to help bring it all together. So, Klaus,
Thank you. Thank you, Sara. That was great. Thank you for that such clear and inspiring exposition. Um, as you can see, we have a very diverse catalog of products and experiences in Peru. Thank you for the messages you have sent us so far. And we'll be in a minute with Klaus, who will
Yes.
be giving us a final message.
Sorry, I had my microphone muted. Hearing to Sara, it brings me daydreaming back to Peru and getting there. There's not a single time that I've been there that I didn't come back absolutely touched in every respect. Her comments about the rainforest, what I want to say is I started in the industry as a guide in the Amazon, and there's 5 countries that share the largest rainforest on earth: Brazil, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, and Bolivia. And Peru has, without any doubt, the best when it comes to as a product for seeing it, for experiencing it. It's the best, and it's one by boat and the other one from the lodge. And I think if that's the best Amazon you can get, by without any doubt. So at this point, Matteo, I don't know if we have any questions. We want to go through that briefly. You can help us. I cannot see the screen. Oh, here we go.
Sorry, I was muted. What is the best time of the year to visit Lima in terms of weather and overall tourist experience?
Sarah, that's for you. You're muted.
sorry, sorry, that's for me. Yes, yes. Well, you can come to Lima or Peru anytime. If I could tell you, my advice is to come tomorrow. If you are the kind of people that love summer, come from uh, December until April. If you like, well, here is not as the rainy season is not as hard as in other countries. So you can see and watch anything. You can spare some time doing some excursion, takes local restaurant anytime, and it's always open for everyone. So my answer in summarizing this, come tomorrow. I will be here waiting for you and we can take a cup of coffee. So just email that to me. Your request, send it to me, please.
Great.
Uh,
We have another great question. Um, I was wondering if you have any wellness focused places in Peru and if you also work with diving in Galapagos place. So, in the wellness places in Peru, I think also, Sara, you are our expert.
there is much to do wellness. I remember once that I had a group for these people that do yoga, and we use Cusco for wellness. We went to the Sacred Valley, we went to Cusco, and also we have many places in the northern part, maybe for relaxation as Mancora, maybe you can choose Parvacas. We have plenty of places to go for wellness. So if you want to focus something especially, we can work on that and we will guide you better, I think.
And you can complement
And
any experience. Sorry, Sara, you've
tell me,
no, that it was great that you can complement any wellness experience that in Peru with the products, on products that we as Metropolitan Touring have in Ecuador. Uh, Finch Bay
yes,
is actually has Ecuador's best spa, and Mashpilochis also has a renowned spa. So we have a whole head catalog of wellness that you can combine between countries. And
we can combine
yeah,
Peru and Ecuador for sure. It's a perfect match, Peru and Ecuador. I love it.
great. Sounds great. And finally, about the diving experiences, we do have diving tours, specialized tours, and Klaus is our expert on that.
So here's about scuba diving. Galapagos is one of the top destinations for scuba diving. It's not an easy destination. So you will see that the dive boats that are operating Galapagos, they would ask the divers when they come a minimum of experience or at least to be, advanced divers or so on. Because the currents may be a little bit strong, but it's amazing and stunning wildlife. Now, there's only 6 live on board boats that operate in the Galapagos Islands. We don't do it anymore. We stopped doing that a few decades ago. When it became one or the other, whether continue doing the land explorations or we only do scuba diving. We decided to no longer do that. In fact, we took 3 small boats. We took them out of Galapagos so that the La Pinta can come in as a 48 passenger boat, and the 3 others had to leave Galapagos. We do offer scuba diving because the live on board diving. There's only 6 boats with a high demand. Then they would make anywhere between 4 and 5 immersions per day. I was a guide in the Galapagos, and 5 immersions per day. That's a lot of diving. So you're either diving or about to dive, or you're sleeping. You don't do anything else but scuba diving. It's exhausting, even if you do, the more modern, techniques. So what we do is we do day tours out of the Finch Bay, and that is we use one of the local outfitters. I know them. He was like me in a German high school in Quito, and he now operates in the Galapagos. So he's a German square. He runs his dive shop impeccably, so he's absolutely spot on. And he has some great places that he goes on a daily basis. He has 2 immersions and he comes back, and then you're back on the Finch Bay. So that's great if you have a party that has scuba diving and non-divers, because during the day tour, some go diving and some go on land. They come back, sit by the pool in the Finch Bay, have a drink, a beer, talk about, I saw hammerheads, I saw blue-footed boobies. So that's what we offer there. And something that Sara said, by the way, the combination of Peru and Ecuador, one of the headaches that we can take away from you is the connectivity, the domestic flights, and the connectivity between countries. We excel in doing that. In fact, we're the only DMC that has a partnership with one of the local airlines, with LATAM. They produced flights for our ship's departure. So that is one big headache that we can take out of you, and we do all the connectivity once they come to this region. Thank you, Mateo.
Thank you. Thank you, Klaus. There are no more questions, but if you think of another question ahead, you can freely email us and ask us anytime. We are available for you. Thank you very much, and I'll give you the the word for Klaus for the final farewell. Thank you very much for attending, and we'll be sending you a recording of this webinar and the presentations. You can have at hand all the different experiences and the information that we have about Peru. Thank you.
Sorry, just one more thing. There are some questions here on the chat, and I will go through them one by one. Okay, I will give you my contact Clara. Don't worry, and I will get through all these questions one by one. Okay, that's all for me.
All right. Well, again, thank you very much. It's so nice to see familiar names on the list. Remember that you're going to have an extra commission on your sales coming up, and we will also be letting you know who wins the award. May I once again say, if you have a client that is starting to ask a lot of questions, even if you've been to Peru before, if you've been twice or three times, being local makes you an expert. So put us on your call. We'll put a different background with your logo back here, and we will be answering those questions about the destination, and we will make that sale a lot easier for you. All the headaches that you can think of that could come on such an amazing destination, we smoothen them for you. And also, you should know we have an extraordinarily high a percentage on our quality control, that people are remarkably happy and they say that they will recommend us and so on. So it's a no-brainer. It's a great destination, and it's a fantastic commission. And the clients will come back and say, thank you, because this was one trip of a lifetime. Sara, thank you very much. You made me dream again and wish I was in Peru and not in Quito. Mateo, thank you very much for your support. And to all